It's all just a dream. Come on, girls. Come on, boy. Come on, girls. Are you dreaming?
All right, well that's weird. Something's going on with the video there. I don't know. It just stopped at a certain point. I think it's like if I put the player head right there, it stops. I don't know what. And I was just typing. I had a dream last night.
Man, it was just getting started, dude. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's dead. Now it's gone.
Hold on. I'm gonna give it a shot. Let me just try to put it back into the screen.
Yeah, nobody's here yet. Let's show it. Let's play it. It's really good.
It's wonderful, man. And this is a part of the that collection, right? That's on Spotify.
Yeah.
Come on, girls. Are you dreaming?
It may stop at the same place. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's certainly worth enjoying again.
Oh man, again, dude. No,
I didn't do nothing. It just stopped. I don't know. The video might be corrupt or something anyway. But
total bummer.
Total bummer. Yeah. I gotta say, man, you are a phenomenon. You really are, man. Like just the music that comes out of you and the art that comes out of you and the energy, the like, how does that shit happen? It's just amazing. I mean, did you really wake up from a dream that you made music all day and just made that music?
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. You know, I really, when Brandon and I were working on that album, I mean, it was really with the intent. We were going to go be famous DJs, you know, and that's just, yeah.
You know what? I have no doubts in my mind that there is a universe where you.
Yeah, absolutely. You could not be more correct.
I mean, you know.
Jilly, what's up, baby?
What's up, Jilly? Good to see you. Well, yeah, folks, welcome to the Fool's Journey. What has this become? It's an amazing, fun place and a mystical adventure for all of us. I love it.
Yeah. So twos this week, man.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let me bring up.
So there's some announcements, you know, where.
Oh yeah, what you got?
Announcements. Next week we are going to have Raphael and his friend Zertis on, and you know, we'll be talking about the Three of Cups next week, but we'll also be like digging into some really deep AI stuff. And
awesome.
A lot of crazy shit whirling around about that right now, man.
Yes, absolutely. I'm
so
totally...
you know, Zertis's channel is really cool. I'm sure Raphael will give us the links for that next week. And you know, they do a lot of the stuff like Raphael was on there talking. That's they have a lot of those kind of guests. So
I love having.
Really enjoy. Have you watched any of those episodes yet?
I did, and I love having Raphael on the show, and then like he just sends me into these rabbit holes when I like go check out the videos, and he actually sent me a PDF from about Orion and Bashar, and it was really awesome.
So I'm in the middle of a testing with him right now with this like garlic extract thing. It's like super intense. It's processed in a different way that's supposed to make it like really jack into your system a lot faster, a lot cleaner, and it's supposed to be a real energy rejuvenator kind of thing. They're kind of looking to be able to sell it to older people. Well, hence me, you know. But the other thing,
both of us.
I'm really part of the test scenario thing.
Cool.
I'm doing some things to see whether that increases your protective ability.
And how's it been? How's it?
You know, I'm only on day 4 right now, and I have to say, I'd love to say, oh, it's the most amazing thing. I don't really notice a lot right at the moment.
Okay,
but 4 days is not a lot of.
No, it's not. I did just. I mean, I always come across stuff about, you know, certain homeopathic herbs and foods and things, and garlic has always been one that's supposed to be super
garlic's
powerful.
Huge, man. It's great for you. As a matter of fact, like, you know, and one of the other benefits about this, you know, I was a hermit for so long, and like I wasn't really worried about kissing anybody, so I just I'd like eat the raw garlic, and that stuff has some significant and really fast energy boost for me, but it's bitch on your metabolism and your breath. Your breath and your sweat, man. When you sweat out,
yeah, you smell like garlic. Yeah.
At all, man. So far, everyone I've asked I said, no, I didn't smell any extra garlic. It's
All
just
right.
your usual nasty funk.
Yeah, I just smell Brian. So
Right, exactly.
what's the method of you ingest it? Is it like an oil? Is it?
No, it's like liquid.
It's like liquid.
And I just take two dropper. You got to take a good bit actually, and I do 2 eyedroppers. Gark, gark,
Yeah.
yeah,
Jill says stanky.
and wash it down. This will give you a perspective on it. The kill juice, like I've been washing it down with the kill juice because the kill juice tastes a lot better.
I don't, when I made the kill juice, I don't think I made it right. It was so potent and so like thick and like
You need to water it down, man.
yeah,
So
yeah,
drink it, right?
yeah. It was. I mean, I had to really.
Swear by it, man. I
What's
get
that?
like such an instant rush. Like, have you ever heard of that little powdered pack thing called Emergency?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, I mean, those things work pretty good.
yeah.
But this is like the natural aspect of that, man. And all of that instant vitamin C rush for me. Like,
Right.
ooh, if I'm like a little groggy, if I'm not quite up, I love to do it in the morning because it gives me that kick and lets me jump right into like
Nice.
into it.
Jilly
Yeah.
says, "I love kill juice straight up." Maybe I should try some of Jilly's. Maybe she makes it better than I do. But I love that stuff, and I do feel very connected to that kind of health and that kind of interaction with food and health. I mean, it's
Well, dude, all my friends are dropping like flies. The people that
Mhm.
are older than me are like few and far between at this point
Right,
in time.
right,
And my contemporaries all look like they're about fucking 80,
right,
because they waited. Yeah, I know I need to get
right.
on it. I need to get on it. And now they're all like decrepit,
Right.
and not to be wagging it, but man, I just went and got a
You're
health.
got a great bill of health. Yeah.
Wow, no more tests, no more nothing. Just keep going on, and
You're gonna
can I
be kicking
hate?
around for a little while
Yeah.
longer. um,
Scaring children with my face and stuff. Yeah, all good.
well, I'm glad you're gonna be kicking around. I'm looking forward to kicking around with you. And Julie asked me if I added love. Of course I added love. I tried. I mean, I was boiling fruit until they were mushy.
That's not exactly the same thing, Sam. I would say it's close, but no, it isn't even close.
All right. Well, anyway, Jill, bring over some kill juice next time you come over, and we'll see.
Chili, go take them. Show them how to do it.
She says she's getting younger, so maybe she's got something to the kill juice there.
The kill juice does make you like it promotes collagen production in your skin.
I'm being serious. I would really love to get it right and be able to drink it every morning.
And the nasty flu that's been going around.
Yeah.
Negative.
Yeah.
So I have to give Jilly some props, man. Jilly hits me up on like cool little fun things from time to time. And
Julie's awesome. Yes.
Yeah, send me this tea, man. It's called Fierce Bitch.
Fierce Bitch tea. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just drank the last of it over the weekend, man. It's like really good shit.
Very cool. Very cool. Nice. Well,
hold on.
Wait. Okay.
I want to give a shout out to my friend Audrey from the Goddess Gathering thing. She like hooked me up. They did the big Pride scenario in Sebring over the weekend.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
It was crazy good, man. I mean, this is like a little town. It's like 10,000 people in Sebring, But
Yeah.
there was like this community that came out. It was really cool. And Audrey caught me some tickets to be able to get into the VIP cabaret burlesque thing.
Oh, sweet.
It was just really super fun, man. A bunch of people coming together. And, there was a lot of resistance from council member, this kind of crazy, like over the top, like threatened, like council, and it became this kind of like really crazy war the weeks before. She was trying to get the whole. There's a little parade, like Mont Circus, kind of. There's a inner city circle, and then side streets that go off of that like spokes, and Mont Circus on one of those streets. So they closed down the street that Mont Circus was on, and then at like 5:30, there was a big parade, and everybody marched around the thing and went back and partied. There was DJ and food, and everybody was having a great time. And I had a blast. So anyway, thanks, Audrey. Appreciate it. And you really made my night.
Shout out to Audrey. It's interesting that you bring that up. And we were talking, you and I, before the show about just kind of the energies of the last couple of weeks. And I was talking to you about just kind of some things in life. But one of the things that we didn't really talk about was some of the energies that are just out there right now in the world, and I think specifically it made me think of it because of the whole issue with pride and all of that stuff. Absolutely everybody I know who is open to that and participates is just there's so much joy connected to it. But obviously all of the issues out there and the debates and the this and that and the other thing, I think that was a part of why I was feeling that disconnection this weekend. I was just so affected by the energies of all of that stuff, and I realized, like, why am I even thinking about it? Why am I getting involved? And just like I should,
I mean, there can't really, there's not a fight unless there's two people fighting.
Right.
And there's just. I mean, things have progressed to such a point right now. Like, I think a cessation of hostilities from both sides would just be really great.
Right.
Everybody just chill and stop telling everybody. Everybody's telling everybody how they need to act and this and that.
Right.
And this whole thing with Bud Light, it's like. It was wouldn't that sort of been expected? It's like you take this thing that's like, the hallmark of America, whatever that was, and you I mean, it was kind of a fuck you in a way, in many ways. And I think what's happened is like everybody's acting surprised. Like, how could you be surprised? I mean, that's, and part of me, like the cynical marketing conspiracy guy, goes, well, maybe that's, was even part of the plan for that, I mean, look at what's happening with Target and all these different places, I think if the pride thing with this, at least what I saw from the Target scenario, there was a ton of really sexually oriented stuff. And
I didn't see.
it was like right in the front door, like of Target. Like, so there was no choice in having to have your kids go buy it and you go buy it. And that that's the marching call is the kids.
Yeah.
It's like, I think everybody keeps poking all of the sensitive spots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just be cool.
What's up, Celestial? I see you out there.
And I wish you could have felt what it was like last night. There was none of that, man. It was just everybody
that's
out and like celebrating the fact that it was peaceful. That was going to be my point to that. Like after all of that bullshit for the week or two before that, you're waiting for protesters and this and that, and there was absolutely none of that. It was way cool. And on like Friday night, I went down to Morty and Edna's down in Lake Placid, and that's where they do like the drag bingo thing.
Right.
And so there was going to be they made this big thing about like this whole protest scenario, like all these churches were going to come out and like it was going to be this massive thing. It was like 3 old ladies sitting on the bench outside the bar with a Bible, man.
Wow.
No. It doesn't have to be all crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's just a lot of love going around with it too, and I wish everybody could could focus.
Tune into that. Yeah, everybo's got it. That's the aspect that's what I'm saying, you know. But it's like I think there's so much other energy surrounding it. It was just,
I've got a lot of decades behind me now, man. I'm just the whole like gender scenario has been something that I've like addressed like pretty much the majority of my life. And where I grew up, man, in a little suburb, a little redneck suburb outside of Atlanta, Georgia, man, in 1970. It was not a place you really wanted to go out as a guy, like in a dress, man, and expect to come back like in one piece.
Right.
You know? So I've seen it go from like, I mean, you can't really even mention it, or you're gonna get killed, and I'm sure those situations still exist. But dude, I was walking around the middle of Sebring all like decked out yesterday. I was like, no big deal.
Awesome.
In fact, I got a couple asked out for a couple dates.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Your energy is amazing. It transcends sexuality.
Lester, what's up? Good to see you here. I love seeing you guys like every week now. It's like family.
That's so great. I love
very, very cool.
That's why I said to you when I had that rough day, but when I got here and I get on screen and there you are, it's like I'm just like big smile comes on my face.
Now the rest of my day doesn't look so bad, man, compared to this. Jesus. Holy shit, I'll let them know. That's all good now, man. I got to deal with this guy for an hour. All right, let's talk about some twos.
Yeah, let's do it. Tarot.
I'm really super excited about this week's thing because it's the Two of Cups, one of my favorite cards. Yeah, and Mr. Zen. One that you did such a masterful job with the manual last week.
Yeah,
pull up those pages.
Let's do that
page together and give us a good readout.
Let's do that. The Two of Cups is a wonderful card to see. It is the recognition of love between two people. Although it could be a new business or pursuit of something or activity that you have passion for. It could be a new passion for your practice. Perhaps a creative undertaking that you're just getting to know. Both parties are equally intrigued and infatuated. Now you have to decide whether the investment of energy and time to move it forward is worth it. This could be some kind of a romantic nature. This could be of a romantic nature, but this could also be a partnership of some kind. This is a card of strong attraction in equal portions from both sides, a balanced duality, a very positive card.
Yeah.
Love and happiness, passion, friendship, affinity.
Yeah, exactly.
And here is.
And what's that little symbol down at the bottom, right above at the bottom? Go back to that.
Oh, back to
to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that little? You know what that symbol is?
I believe that's Pisces.
That's very good. Yes. And those squares, the black squares, those are the angel cards that card connects with.
The 19 and the 20?
Yeah, the 19th and 20th card.
Gotcha.
So the twos just in general, the aces are all these bundles of energy, right? These little chunks of juice that are ready to be sculpted. But they're kind of wild. They're not formed yet. They're still just raw in their purity about that, whatever that element is. And then you get to the twos, and the twos kind of take that energy and sort of focus it. Like you get more detail out of it across the board. You've got the two of wands, and that usually represents two people that are trying to affect a third. I use the example of a mother and father and a child often. There's a lot of kind of relationships like that. You can have those kind of relationships with a couple of mentors at work or teachers at school or friends or, but there's that dynamic of usually, and it's usually, it's like your mom and dad talking about you, while you're asleep at night, and they're figuring out stuff, and they're going to exert this plan on you that you don't really have any knowledge of. It's for your benefit and for your own good, and it helps you. So I wouldn't call that black magic, although I've debated that before with some people. But the fact that it's two separate entities that are focused on this third is kind of a big deal. And that's what happens in the Two of Cups too. The Two of Cups, I love that card. Man, the faces that exist in that card are over the top, man.
Yeah, totally. Let's see.
Yeah, that whole guy down at the bottom.
This guy, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Totally.
it's just right.
No, again, we could have a whole hour on just looking at the cards sometimes.
That's true.
So I've got to, I hate to interrupt your stream here, but we've got something new happening here on the Fool's Journey.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know who's out there, but this is awesome. I don't know if this is a spoof. It seems like a little odd, but Pola Berlinski is out there saying, my boyfriend lost a testicle in an alligator wrestling accident when he was 27. At age 30, he had a replacement testicle grafted on that was donated by my other boyfriend. Which boyfriend should I marry? So, Pola, this is not really a psychic medium kind of show where we answer questions like that, although that is a very, very creative addition to our show, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Pola, very much. And then we've got Tarot Destroyer out there, Quentin Crisp. So I don't know if we're being joined by friends or Russian bots, but welcome to the Fool's Journey.
Welcome. Yeah, please contribute.
Yes. So back to the twos here. Whoop, let me add that back and let me zoom out. I love also obviously this big heart here, this card being about love and happiness. And then I see two people here facing each other up here at the top.
Exactly. Which is the way the Rider-Waite card looks, right?
Yeah. Yeah, really, really amazing. Once again, some amazing artwork by Brian, and so much. And now if I look at this and I try to figure out, I can see that this is really also two cups, just almost, well, one cup but flip, but it almost looks like two cups, like a toast, like you're toasting, like a toast, No? Am I wrong?
No, you are correct. I was got distracted there for a second. Sorry.
Oh, I'm quick to dehumanize people. Listen, we're not dehumanizing anybody. I actually welcomed your comments up on the screen and addressed you guys. Trying to figure out the angle, because it's just kind of coming from nowhere. But again, we're open to all presences until they make themselves unwelcome, I guess, right? I don't know what's going on with that. I called you a bot. I wasn't calling you a bot. I am sorry I offended you. I just don't know what to make of these new comments in our stream. That's all. So thank you, Tarot Destroyer.
So the Two of Cups, one of my favorite things about this is the Ace of Cups represented that moment where that you're ready for a relationship. There's that feeling in your heart and your light and your soul, and you're feeling whether, oh man, I would really like to get connected. Most of the time though, you don't really know who that is. You're not really oh yeah, I know exactly, I'm going to ask that person out. You're not really connected there. There's just a general kind of atmosphere around you and a feeling that Tarot Destroyer, thank you so much. Really,
I put Tarot Destroyer on the timeout.
Yeah, good.
We don't need to be distracted. Go ahead.
So that card is really cool because that feeling of being ready for it is really cool, that feeling of anticipation. But the Two of Cups is where it really, really connects with somebody. You're sitting across the bar, you've gone down, you're walking down the street, you're looking across the the bar with somebody, and
Right.
your eyes meet, and that electricity happens.
It's like an excitement. There's an excitement to
Yeah,
that whole thing.
yeah,
Of
yeah.
course. Amazing.
And once you make that connection, you start really discovering different things about each other, and things that you want to go further with. And it's that moment, that kind of like um, adrenaline rush, that dopamine rush when you first fall in love, and it's kind of an all-consuming thing. Most of the time, this card represents an actual love relationship, but it really can represent your relationship to your practice, or some specific new learning thing that you're doing if you're going to school. And it's something that is a passion, though. It's not just a like, hey, I think I'd like to do this. It's really about passion.
Yeah.
So it's an all-consuming kind of feeling that you have with that card, and one of the reasons I really like it so much.
I love what the twos are about, and especially that. I mean, and I love that it can be interpreted as a romantic relationship, or like a business thing, or like a passion, like the relationship you have with something that you do. Even that relationship, is, I love all that. Awesome.
Yeah. So, moving across and just quickly discussing the rest of the twos as well. The Two of Swords is that scenario where you have a connection. Actually, it's more of a momentary truce that you have with somebody. Those swords represent two opposite scenarios, and two kind of warring factions and warring points of view. And that sword coming together in that point represents a moment where those two have come to a peaceful moment of détente. The war is not over. It's a temporary truce, but a truce nonetheless. So yeah, that's
cool.
All right, let's go on to
I want to zoom in on this one because I'm seeing all sorts of amazing. Oh my goodness! Holy moly!
Yeah.
I mean, this is just so phenomenal. The interpretations of the things that you can see, faces and figures, and man, oh man, electricity. I see two eyes over here on the side of this triangle. Oh man, this one is intense, dude.
Yeah, it is. But that's the nature of war, man. It's the nature of war. It's the nature of two like opposite points of view. And the fact that they could come together for a moment of respite is pretty glorious just in and of itself.
Yeah, totally. Awesome.
All right, so let's go to the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a really great one because like the Two of Swords that we just looked at are two warring factions that are kind of coming together in a momentary harmony. This is an working energetic system where the energy is flowing around those two spheres in an endless loop of energy. And it's flowing and happening and really just
so that's interesting. Two warring factions in a moment of
the other one, the swords.
The
swords coming together in that point are like two warring points of view that then have come together and have had a meeting of the minds for a moment. And the war is put on hold for a second. This represents where two people are working together, where it's a perfect working system, where each part of that has what the other part needs, and those are moving in tandem, and that's a working, actual energetic system. In the Rider-Waite and a bunch of other decks, that's put forth as a juggler juggling those.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. I really again, the energy in this card, this reminds me of like Tesla coils
exactly.
reacting.
Which is why that's Og's favorite, one of Og's favorite cards for exactly that reason.
Og's fave. Look at that. That's what Jill just said.
Very good. You're exactly right.
Nice. Jill wins for the trivia question for the night. Funny. Cool.
Og built an actual Tesla coil, like a 6-foot one.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Xerxes, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Well, then now that makes sense why this is his favorite card. And like, what do you do with it? Shows or demonstrations, or it was just a sculpture?
No, he just did that for his own exploration and experimentation.
Wow. Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, man. So, the two of cups, the love card.
Yeah.
If you have to boil it down to a single word like that, it's the love card. Right. And next week will be the 3 of cups, which is one of the most celebratory cards in the deck. So it's like that love affair really took off.
Yeah. And then did we talk about this one or?
Oh, we did. That's the 2 of Wands.
Oh, okay.
That's like where your parents come together and are.
Oh, you know what? You were talking. I was distracted. I didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
Talking about it.
Yeah. And the twos represent like duality. Like that duality across the board. The 1 represents the male principle and the thrusting principle. The 2 represents the female principle and the receptive principle that have to function in a working system. It's awesome.
Love it. All right. So you also we were looking at the book, and you had sent me some of the one of the things that I love about the deck is the book, because it's just so descriptive. I think this is just the first page of it, but just everything about it. And this whole deck is amazing. So I don't really get to. We often just kind of go through it and look at it and talk about it, but I just often want to tell you how amazed I am at who you are and what you've produced.
Oh, dude. Here. I'm just a bonehead now.
I know you are a bonehead, but you're an awesome bonehead, and
okay,
and a brilliant bonehead, and a wizard, a bonehead wizard. I mean,
there are all these immersive art kind of scenarios right now. Like there's this thing Leah turned me on to that's in Tampa, where there's all these stacks of storage containers that they give to artists, and then you go into the container and make this like immersive experience.
Wow. And each artist does their own installation or whatever.
Yeah. And I would love to have an installation of like walk through the deck.
Wow.
And how do you cards and the music playing? And
is that so? Can you get a storage container? How do you get one?
Well, I don't want to actually buy the storage container. I'd like to get involved in some of the people that are putting it on and be part of those shows. Right. By the way, I joined that group that you told me about.
Oh yeah, break away from the everyday.
Yeah, I'm going to start loading some stuff up on that tomorrow. So
awesome.
That should be pretty good. And we're coming up on the solstice, which is not this Wednesday, but it's next Wednesday.
Oh, right. The 21st,
yeah, we'll be doing. I'm putting together a little small group of people to go to the labyrinth and
nice
walk the labyrinth at sundown. That'll be really
nice, awesome. And
I always get grandiose plans of like doing a live stream or something from there, but we'll see what happens.
I would love that, man. I would love that. That's one thing that I don't think I've done enough of is having like man in the street live stream segments.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I really do. I'd like to. It's easier when you have someone that's manning that, and you can just be that. It's kind of hard to go be all of those. Like being the talent, the producer, and the art director, all at once is a little difficult for me.
Yeah.
To do them all, I can do them all badly.
No, but I'm wondering how technically proficient Leah is. Can she help you out with that stuff or not really?
Well, no, that like she doesn't get to get around any of my computers.
Yeah.
We now have figured out a grid where she can touch stuff, but man, no. Leah's the last person you want to hand your electronics to.
Oh, that's hysterical.
I bust on her all the time for that.
That's so funny.
It's funny, yeah. But we'll figure it out. And you know, I'm hoping Tammy, who is on here frequently, I'm hoping she'll be part of that, and her daughter Dakota. I'm hoping. I think she's pretty tech savvy, so I'm going to try to con her into doing it.
Cool, awesome.
We'll see if we can find somebody else. It takes about 45 minutes or an hour to walk the labyrinth. I'd like to ideally have like 4 people starting and ending up at the 4 corners and doing a nice little solstice launch out for something. I think that would be really
and let me ask you a question. That labyrinth is it's in a public park. Where is it?
No, it's not in a public park. It's in a Lutheran church of all things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they have it posted like everyone's welcome, non-denominational, show up. I go there all the time. I've seen people there like during the day, but I also go there at really crazy, weird times at night.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you take pictures there and it doesn't ever seem to be populated at all.
No.
Yeah.
No. There's never really been a crowd of people. I've never really run into anyone else there.
Right.
So, because it's kind of like way at the back of the parking lot and on a little chunk of land that they was not really part of the church kind of scenario proper.
Right. It's a great it's a great place to do photos and stuff. Jilly's saying we have one in Sayville. I wonder if I've been to that one. Jilly, you have to take me to that one. I could definitely use a nice labyrinth walk.
So what'd your mother think of the show, dude?
She enjoyed it. She's not really into the mystical stuff so much, mysticism and metaphysical stuff, but her surgery went amazing. It went well, so she was happy about that. She was, of course, she is into I spoke too quickly. She's not into some of it, but she certainly, like you said, and she was talking about her dream, she's definitely connected to that aspect of it. You know what I mean? Like she can find comfort in knowing that she's still connected to energies that have passed on, so that was cool. And Julie says she light painted there at the labyrinth. Oh, we've got to definitely do that. That sounds like a lot of fun. And I definitely love also how your light paintings have evolved. Some of the ones that you had in the video tonight, to where they're actually in an environment, and the environment becomes a part of the texture of the image.
Okay. So, I'm friends. I did live painting at Ultrafest, like the big techno electronica show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was talking to Joe the other day, and one of the things that happened with that festival that we went to a month or so ago was that there were some old shipping containers that were scattered around the property that had been painted and had been sitting there for a number of years now and had worn and weathered, and the textures on them were just amazing. And those were what I wound up using to do that. Or do those images of the wings and stuff that came out so nice. It just gave it this color and texture and a richness behind it that I hadn't gotten with anything else. So I'm like, wow, this is really cool. I'm trying to figure out how to do the light painting thing at festivals and events during the day, because I can't really, unless you have a really dark place, light painting is pointless. So I decided, oh man, it's like I love doing the live painting, especially at Ultrafest, where the board is shaking with the beat. And, like I could paint the background, a background all day, and that would be a thing in and of itself. And then when it gets dark, I could have people come up and start doing light painting around.
Yeah, you were talking about that last week. I love that idea, dude. That's like, that's it. I love that connection of how art has become that. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually not just like you make a piece of art it's like the art becomes the act of creating the art is actually part of the art.
Yeah.
It's like I love
Yeah.
that.
Exactly.
So what is
Julie,
this thing?
I don't know what you mean. Can I use a filter?
Yeah. Oh, maybe to show the light during the day. Maybe she's talking about. I'm gonna just bring up. She just sent me quickly these shots that she did. This is the labyrinth, I guess, in Sayville. And Julie doing some light painting at the labyrinth in Sayville. So this is images from one of our amazing viewers, Jilly, out there. She says, "ND 10,000." That's hysterical. Much
I've like
more.
done the day. I've done the day for night thing and film a whole lot of my commercials. I always hate it. Like,
Yeah.
and you can't really
Yep.
see. It's like no.
I'm trying.
I don't think that would
I'm
work.
going crazy here. I'm just trying to remove everything from the. There we go. All right. Back at calm. So I have been continuing with my qigong, and every day I'm taking my energy and I'm.
Okay, so that gets us to, let's see, we got about 13. We can either do another reading on the question, or I can demonstrate the Damo open palm technique.
Oh, what do
I
you
don't
want to
think we
do?
have time to do both.
What do you want to do? Pick
Well,
which
I'm
one
getting
you wanna
ready to
do.
teach the Damo open. I'm taking over somebody's yoga class this Sunday morning for them.
Okay.
And I'm not going to teach yoga. I'm going to do the 5 Tibetan rites and the Damo open palm.
Okay. Jilly says demo, so I think she's
All right. Well, there we have it.
no, she says demo. She just keeps saying it over and over. So
Okay. All right. Well, the Damo open palm technique. I have a troika of gems in my toolbox that are like the go-tos. If you have nothing else, if you have these 3 things, you can ace it. First one is the 5 Tibetan rites that we can go into later. It's a series of 5 exercises that if you do every day, opens up your chakras, like gets all your energy flowing, keeps you in really pretty good shape, and is a great thing to have around. It doesn't take that long to do, and it is really an essential part of my everyday scenario. Okay. Then the thing that we've talked about so many times, the Jinsen Jitsu stuff. That gets deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper for me, and I've really been moved. I moved out of the channel lock simple system stuff, and I've really been in the energy lock system, and it's really informed by acupuncture and a lot of the mappings, the qigong mappings of the energy flows in the body,
right.
and it's just mind-boggling to me how effective those are for actually fixing so many things. And I've really cured a bunch of things. Still have a bunch of things I want to work on, but that is like the more you get into that, the deeper you get, the crisper your practice with that, with your energizing it and selecting the right things, the better that gets. And I think if you get really proficient with that, you can pretty much keep. Well, the guy that invented it went into the woods to die. He was like this really like over the top alcoholic, was like shot,
Right.
and he winds up developing this technique and healed himself.
Wow.
And has like healed many people since.
Let's do it. Let's learn it.
So it's that. Well, I've already shared some of that.
Yeah.
Utilize that stuff. It seems like that can't work, but it does.
Oh, absolutely works. I've done that.
Does.
Absolutely.
And you can sit there at night watching TV and balance all of your elements. It's like, what?
Well, some of the one of the things I found interesting in the qigong that I was doing was when they start like doing this, like like pulling on your ears, and like you're just like, those are some of the I mean, it makes sense. I can feel it, when you start moving the energy around and you're doing that, not being like, hey, this is weird, I'm pulling my ears, but you're like, oh wait, I feel the energy, and you're like,
Well, now that you've gathered all of that energy, this next exercise sort of teaches you how to like actually use that.
well,
And
awesome.
that's the Dama open palm technique. And it's got 12 moves. We'll go through it here in a moment, step by step. I've got a PDF of it if anybody's interested in having that. And Damo is everybody thinks that Kung Fu is Chinese, but actually Damo is the one that brought the earliest form of Kung Fu to China. And he was a Hindu Kshatriya warrior priest.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought these techniques there, and those have been infinitely expanded on since then. But that's where this is coming from, and I love those pure ones, man. I love the ones that go back to the root where it first got discovered on how like intense it is before it starts getting watered down by a lot of things.
Yeah, before it got corrupted.
Yeah.
So
all right, so here we go. So the first thing you're going to want to do is gather your energy, and we've talked about that whole energy gathering.
Do I need to be standing up?
Absolutely.
Okay, hold on a second. Gotta move this back here. All right. Hang on a second.
All right, so this is a series of 12 movements that are meant to be a great calisthenic for your projective abilities. Okay. And as each movement comes to fruition, you're projecting either out of your fingertips or out of your palms. I'll go through each one of them here momentarily.
Okay.
We'll get it done. Let me go through the little sequence of it first, and you can kind of get a grip on that. All right, so what we're going to do is kind of gather some energy, bring some energy up, and then from here, you're going to press that down, straight down your body. And when you complete the energy, when you complete the movement, you're shooting energy out of both hands, out of the middle of the palm of your hands. And your hand is bent like so. Right? So you're pushing straight down. Mm-hmm. Then from that, your hands go straight and you push into your legs. Again, projecting energy when you complete that movement. So it's down, in, and then you're scooping it up and raising it up. All right, so that's the first three.
Okay.
Down, in, up. And it's easiest to remember these in little chunks of three. There's 4 of these, okay? All right, so then when you're here, stay out here, you're going to bring your hands towards each other, but only come about this far. And you're going to project again. When they get right there, you're going to project energy out of both of those hands. Mm-hmm. And then flow back out, full extension. Again, projecting out of your hands, and then flow back in so your palms touch. Projecting again. All right. So we're going to go from the top, pushing down, pushing in, scooping up, bringing in, full extension, palms touching. Okay. Then from there, we're going to push straight out. Really projecting hard from there. And from there, we're going to raise up over the top of your head until your fingers are touching, fingertips. And you're going to want to project. Wow, I almost stuck my hand in the fan. You want to
don't do that.
Out of your fingertips, right? Okay. And then bring it around for a circle. Okay. So again, from the top, down, in, scoop, in, full extension, palms touching, project out, raise up, full extension with your arms, come down again, your palms, your tips touching. So, boom, boom, boom. Raise your hands up, tips touching, extend it out. And that's the completion of it. All right. So let me do it. You want a smooth rhythm and flow?
Okay, you're going pretty fast. Okay.
Yeah, hang on. Okay, so each one of those, you're going to want to, okay, we just need to get the flow of those down. And
Okay.
I will send you a PDF in order to like go through that. And
Okay.
what we'll do after we get the rhythm of, or what the exact moves are, we're going to start attaching our breath to that and the speed at which these happen. Like, I like to go super slow.
Okay.
Where it's like a single breath per movement, right?
Okay.
In, not really stopping. Coming in, super slow, just really fluid.
Nice.
Okay, so you'll do that with a breath per movement, but then you'll also do one where you take a single breath and you're
all at once. Oh, geez.
oh.
What?
I have a fan.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do it that fast.
Well, it's just like playing a riff. Just got to practice it until you don't have to think about that anymore, and you just flow into it.
I think that was it. No?
All right, do it again. I'm going to watch it. Your hands should go right down the side of your bodies, and not out here. They should go like you're pushing, like your hands are vertical,
Like
or
out,
perpendicular to your body, right? Okay, so you're going down, you're pushing down like that, and then you're pushing straight in. So you don't want your hands out here. You're really going like really close
down,
right?
Straight in.
Yep.
Up and
then
out.
Scoop up.
Right. Halfway in.
And you want to keep that down here in your chest.
Okay.
Okay. No.
Don't go out in front.
No, right. Yeah, you're doing the close, extension, touching.
Okay.
Right? And from there, you're pushing out.
Gotcha.
And you're going up.
And around.
And the circle down.
Down.
And then the scoop up. They come together. And the flow out. Damo open palm. Get that one down. We'll talk about some more next week.
All right. I think I
dig in the qigong. Okay, the thing that this does, and you should You know, try to do a minimum of 7. Your set just collapsed, my brother.
Yeah, I see.
Been that kind of night, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Absolutely. It's all good. You know what? And here I am. I'm still here. I just showed up, and that's all I needed to do. I just needed to show up, and the magic is happening.
Yeah. Well, here you go. I just pulled a card for you for the moment, my brother.
All right.
Ace of Swords.
Nice.
Always a good card.
Nice. Very good. I appreciate that energy and intention. And Julie says thank you for the demo. And I thank you for the demo and the little body movement. I love it.
Well, I mean, even with just that, don't you feel?
Yeah, I love it, dude. I love it.
Better?
I love it. I get it.
Hold on. You should do that a minimum of 7 times.
Okay.
Ideally, 21.
Okay.
And when you get finished, you know, don't like rush right into doing other shit. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes where you can just kind of sit. Ideally, if you could just lay back for a second, let that energy just spread out over your body and infuse all of you. That would be really good.
Right.
You know, if not, just sitting still for a second and letting that energy happen really makes that go play. And if you're wanting to practice, you're wanting to move something, you're wanting to make, you know, a materialization, anything that requires projective energy, this is the exercise to generate that.
Awesome.
And the exercise to not only generate it at the moment, but to build your astral muscles. Yeah.
I love that. I need to build my astral muscle.
Yeah. No kidding. Well, it looks like another one's bitten the dust here.
Yeah, thank you, Jilly and Celestial, for being here, and other strange entities for distracting me, and whatever. Brian, it's always good to see you. And I guess we'll see each other next week. And
so check out the video and let me know if I need to send you another one.
Oh yeah, you probably.
I mean, that was a great. Like, it didn't even get halfway through.
Yeah, I think didn't either didn't download all the way or something. I'll check it out. I'll see if I can get it fixed. We can watch it next week. Also, if you can send me that PDF, I would love it. I would definitely. If you send me the PDF, I will commit to doing a minimum of 21 at a time.
That'd be good.
Awesome. All right, folks. Well, thanks for being here, folks. We love you, and we'll be back next week.
Peace.
Peace.